welcome back. It is I. It is I, it is me. We're going to talk today about rituals, morning rituals specifically for creativity, for encouraging creativity. And I was going to film it. I was going to be like, this is what I do. And then I realized I'd be fucking lying. Oh, I'd be so fucking lying if I did all of these things in a row and filmed it. Because though these are all things that I do, they're not ever cohesive in the way that it would have happened for the sake of a video. And they're most certainly not always reasonable, feasible, enjoyable, etc. And so I decided, look, that y'all will have a much less visual articulation of morning rituals, because also I want you to find out what that looks like for you, not what it looks like for me, not what it looks like for my iPhone. I want you to know that morning rituals, for one, it's not morning rituals for all. I'm going to try and present these to you in a way that is less about what the actual actions are and more about what their goal is. Let's start. So like I said, morning rituals for creativity are not going to look the same for everyone. Often they don't look the same for me day to day. And every day is different. You have a different lifestyle, I'm sure, than I do. Yeah, though we both wake up and go to work every day, and we all live for the weekend, doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything, because we're different people with different brains, different goals, different experiences of creativity. And so I have divided up my morning rituals into essentially three, and we'll go through them. So rather than listing each individual thing, I'm going to go through the categories, if you will. So I think when you're deciding, okay, I want to have a more creative morning ritual, I think you need to decide what it is that you need, and that's going to vary. And that's going to vary from day to day. So like some days I'll wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I just like am so overwhelmed with the world. So odds are I'm not going to read a book, because I'm already taking in so much stimulation. I'm already taking in so much of that kind of, no. If anything, I'm going to require a little bit more stillness. And so you're going to ask yourself, what is it that you need? Do you feel powerless? Do you feel like you're fighting against the fucking current? Do you feel like hollow? Do you feel stagnant, energetically built up, repressed? That's the first question. What do you feel like? Because that's your first indicator of what you'll need to move forward creatively. It's not going to be a regimented routine. It's going to be, how do I meet the needs that are calling out for me to address right now to get what I need to do? It's learning the language of yourself. It's learning the language of the day, learning the language of your emotions, experiences, spirituality, etc. And so if I woke up this morning, which I did, and I said, the world is closing in on me, I'm not going to check the news first thing. I will, and I did eventually. But first thing is I pet my dog. And so category 1 is receive. If you are feeling like your output is incredibly high and you're feeling perhaps a little hollow inside, or a little powerless, or a little like your well is not really welling, perhaps some stillness is necessary. Other things that you can do in the category of receiving are listening to a podcast, music, reading, if it's not too overwhelming for you. Also, assuming you have the time. Anything that you can overlap with anything is great. Like, I have to walk my dog in the morning. It's a chore that I can't get out of. Sorry, buddy. Even on the worst days, the weather-wise, we don't have a choice. We have to go for a walk. He has to go to the bathroom. I'll listen to a podcast, or I'll listen to music, or I'll listen to nothing as I walk. And I'll give myself that kind of added layer of choice, because that's important. The most important part about a morning routine is reclaiming time. It has nothing to do with really anything else but granting agency over your own life, and that is incredibly empowering, no matter how small. Yeah, sometimes it's just that. And if you're, you got to go to work and you're like, fuck, giving yourself whatever morning it is that you have and making it not about work is the move. Not about work. It's about right now, here. It's about my morning. How do I set up my morning? Not how do I get ready for work, not how do I, make my lunch so that when I go to work, I'm not going to be mad. How do I get to work on time? What time do I have to leave? Like, make your morning yours. Reclamation. That brings us to kind of like that note of agency, and that note of like, how do I make something mine? How do I exert my power in these small ways, and not in ways that are like perverse, that are coming out in ways that you don't want them to. If you need to express some sort of, I'm feeling pent up, I'm feeling like I need to do something, I feel like my power isn't being used anywhere, make something. That's not to say, oh yeah, write a book, make an art piece. Coming from an artist / writer, I'm telling you, you don't need to do all that. Make your bed, make a coffee, make your breakfast. Do something where something has been transformed by your action, whatever that may be. Exert your power in these small, meaningful ways. Now the morning is yours. The breakfast is for you. The coffee is for you. It's for now, for the morning. it's all about that, like really responding to the call. And I found that like intentionally making a coffee in the morning rather than just like making a coffee because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be so tired during work. And I'll make a coffee because I want to make something and I want to enjoy something. I'll make a tea. It's the you're reclaiming the action, so you're gonna do it anyways. You're going to reclaim your habit and make it intentional and give yourself a new reason. And that will make you feel so much better. As I was doing some research for this video and I was like, what do some people do in their morning rituals? Because I was like, I don't know what I do. A lot of people were like, exercise, wake up early, exercise. As someone who works like early ish in the morning, I would start at 8. I'm not doing that. And I used to go to the gym at 6:30 and I don't now for many reasons, and there's nothing wrong with doing it if you do. But I don't find that advice super helpful, especially if you struggle to get up in the morning in the first place to say, add 2 hours. No freaking way will I be doing that. So find ways to move. Is it moving your hands? Is it drawing attention to the movement of your hands? Is it going for a brief walk? Is it just walking to the window and getting fresh air? Is it moving your lungs and deeper breath? Is it standing up from your bed and like, shaking off, doing a quick stretch? Is it the curating of your body and like, decorating your avatar? Are you getting dressed, doing your makeup, doing your hair, taking a shower? All of these things involve movement. All of them. All of them involve movement and all of them involve engaging with yourself meaningfully in a way that requires you to not be completely still. And it's super helpful if you do feel like that, like, everything is still, everything's stagnant, and I feel like pins and needles spiritually. It's nice to like put your energy out into the world through that kind of transformative anything. Here are some tips that I have. This is going to be a short and sweet video. Here are some tips that I have. Number 1, create before consuming. I'm bad for this. Hypocrite alert. I love to go on my phone first thing because it's so stimulating and I struggle to wake up. It's like, oh my God, I love to be on my phone. I love to read a text message. I love to see what's going on. Oh, hey guys, what did I miss? It's been 8 hours. What did I miss? And then, you got stimulation to the head. Don't do that. And when I say create, I mean do one of these things that aren't, do these transformative things. Move, get up, get dressed, drink water. Any of these actions that are like you're not moving things within you, you're taking things that are within you out. And though like listening to a podcast, music, and reading or finding stillness, doing those things, that's the act of creating space, of creating time. So even though it is like under receiving and it does seem, it has that language of like receptivity and like bringing things inward, it's not. It's still creating, hopefully slower than I'm making it sound. Point number 2, I've already gotten to it quite a bit, but work with your life, not against it. I think it's really tough to hear morning rituals when it's like, yeah, I have 4 hours in the morning and I could just fill it with like whatever I want. And then when I have to carry about the rest of my day, it's also whenever I want. And it's also, no. Most people, including myself, you're restricted by your employment or other commitments, whether it's caretaking or whatever. Work with your life, not against it. Like I said, I can't not walk my dog. How do I make it work for me? How do I make it more enjoyable? What do I do with the foundation of my life? How do I build upon it? What I'm not going to do is be like, I want to do this every morning, but I can't because I have to walk my dog. That's not helpful because I have to walk him anyways. And then I'm just going to be hopping and puffing walking down the street oftentimes. Yeah. Do I want to be doing that? No. Am I doing myself any favors by doing that? Absolutely not. Work with your life, not against it. Find ways to collaborate with your experience that is kind of prescribed for you. And that is the third thing. It brings us to the third thing, which is holding yourself accountable. That means that when you are doing your huff and a puff and walking on the street and saying, I could do this, but I have this, hold yourself accountable because you are giving your power away. You're giving your power away and you have to say, hold on, me, don't do that. Hold on, me, that's not what I want you to be doing. Also, that I have the power to engage with life in very specific ways. Yes, you have things handed to you. Yes, you have your cards dealt. What do you do with those cards? How do you play? What are you doing with them? And that's not to diminish any experiences and barriers that are out there. Knowing that they exist, how can you, who deserves a beautiful, wonderful life that is meaningful and engaging and fulfilling, how do we do that? You'll find small acts of courage and will to do that. And so, though you may have expected me to give you a routine that is cookie cutter and that you could adopt, I'm sorry to tell you, that won't work. You can find numerous other creators who may do that, and you can take inspiration, and I recommend you do that. Do not try to replicate it. Find what works for your life, find what feels good in your life, and hold yourself accountable for the moments that you're giving away opportunities to engage with behaviors that are helpful for creativity, and that is helpful for your mental, emotional, physical well-being. All of those things need to be taken care of in order for you to have a more creative life. Unfortunately, but you'll do it. We'll do it. You'll learn, you'll forget, you'll learn again. So, best of luck.